And a good evening, everybody, from the Blizzard Rink here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. What is going to be a very busy rec center here over the next few days. On this Thursday night, welcome to Suburban East Conference Boys Hockey here at BAC TV. Tonight we're on Channel 18, and we're also online at bactv.org. And our broadcast is also a presentation of TJ Broadcast Services. That's my company, tjsportsonline.net. And it's underwritten by the Acapulco Restaurante Mexicana in the Valley Ridge Shopping Center, RBC Wealth Management of Stillwater, Anita White, your licensed realtor for Caldwell Banker Burnett in Minnesota and in Wisconsin. It is Forest Lake and Stillwater tonight. The Rangers coming in at 5-8 in conference, 9-11-1 overall. Losers of their last couple of games. They lost to White Bear Lake 3-0, lost to Woodbury by a result of 1-0. Your Stillwater Ponies, their last game out, they clinched their first ever Suburban East Conference title with a win over Monsview by a score of 8-1. Now 19-1-1 overall, and in conference they have 12 wins, no losses, and one tie with a couple of games remaining here in the conference schedule. Special night, the last go around against Monsview got a little bit nasty there at the end, and the tempers got the better, I think, of both teams, but otherwise a very good night for the Ponies.
Well, it was 31 total penalties. Kept our minor officials very busy, filled up 2 score sheets. Tonight, the inaugural kickoff for the Skate for the Roses tournament involving 40 girls team.
At 3 different age levels?
Right, from U10, U12, and U15. First game of the tournament was won by Stillwater's U10A, 9-0.
And I see in the lobby here at the beautiful St. Croix Valley Rec Center that teams are coming in, registering, and all the display tables, everything is getting all set up for the Sticks and Stillwater tournament, which gets underway tomorrow, run through Sunday, and we got some 50 young mite teams from around the country as well that are going to be participating. Plus, here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, we got Section 4 AA girls hockey on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we have 2 games. And at noon, I believe the governor is going to be out dropping the puck at a Sticks game here at the arena. There'll be 15 former NHL players, and there will be very full parking lots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be here on the hill this weekend, there is going to be shuttles, though, if I remember right, from downtown up here to the rec center.
Yes, in the high school. In the high school parking lot as well.
Okay.
So we should be able to accommodate people. Possibly the only problem will be the section teams may not be ready for what they're going to find here.
And again, we'll get to those section pairings. The Stillwater girls, they play tomorrow night. They'll be at Roseville. In fact, they'll take on the Roseville Raiders. They'll have the second game of the quarterfinals in Section 4 AA. They take on the Raiders. Best of luck to Tony Shide's crew. Well, tonight it is Forest Lake and Stillwater boys hockey, as the Stillwater boys won up at Lickshot Arena back on January 2nd. They won by a score of 4-1. Talked to Jim Erickson, the play-by-play boys for the Rangers, and he mentioned the shots in goal were not very even. The Ponies outshot them dramatically, but the Rangers played a tough game defensively, kept it to 4-1.
They did, and we'll look for another tough physical game, just like the Moundsview game. Let's hope it's not as penalty-filled.
I talked to Matt before the game, and I said, any lineup changes? No. And I said, well, did they get all the feistiness out of them? The game the other night, he said, I certainly hope so. We got to settle to get down to business and play pony hockey.
Yes, and pony hockey is very exciting hockey for those of you that have watched. New viewers tonight in Houghton, Michigan. Alfie and Mary Eckhart will be tuning into the live, and they're probably watching right now.
All right, again, tonight we're on Channel 18 instead of 15 as the school board meeting is going on right now, and that's live on Channel 15 here on Valley Access Channel. As our broadcast tonight, of course, a presentation of BAC TV, and the executive producers, Greg Pekarski, Jordan Simpkins, our director, and our camera people tonight are Brett Christensen and Robbie Enright. And the replay of this game can be seen next week on Channel 15. And you can also go online to Stretch Internet and the on-demand menu, and it's on bactv.org. After tonight, the Ponies are on the road for a pair next Thursday night. They take on Woodbury at Bielenberg. And then a week from Saturday, they will travel to the Vadnais Center up there on Highway 61, across the street from Chasley Ford there, and take on the Moundsview Mustangs in a second game against Moundsview. Oh, correction, White Bear Lake. I'm sorry, White Bear Lake.
So Saturday, we're at Woodbury at Bielenberg Arena, and then White Bear Lake Thursday,
okay.
And then
you're right.
Yeah. And then we'll close the season with a
I'm sorry,
bang.
This is 30 games in 26 days. I'm just not quite sure what year it is, right? So the Ponies, yes, they do play Saturday at Woodbury, next Thursday at White Bear Lake, and they're home on the 13th. And they'll take on Holy Family, the final game of the regular season, with the tournament, the Section 4 AA tournament, getting underway on Saturday, February 20th, with all 4 quarterfinal games at Aldrich Arena. The semifinals on the 23rd and 24th, the championship game coming up on the 26th. As mentioned, the the Pony girls, they're in action tomorrow night. Quarterfinals, Section 4 AA, and their opponent will be Roseville. That'll be an 8 o'clock start. Hill Murray, of course, the number 1 seed here in the tournament. In the junior varsity game earlier tonight, the Stillwater Ponies, the Broncos, if you will, the Mustangs, whatever nickname you want to give them, they outshot the Rangers dramatically 36-16, but the Ranger goaltender stood on his head tonight, and it was a 3-1 final, and that third goal was an empty netter.
This coming Saturday, they are down at Bielenberg Sports Center as they take
and other games going on tonight around the metro area. As we take a look at first of all, the Suburban East Conference scheduled for tonight, and we've got Park Cottage Grove at Eastridge tonight. Roseville is at Moundsview, and White Bear Lake is at Woodbury. Saturday games, Moundsview at Cretin-Durham Hall, and Roseville at Forest Lake again. The Stillwater Ponies at Woodbury, 7:30. And then the season continues on Tuesday. The Metro East Conference, and just a couple of games going on tonight. In fact, 3 going on tonight. Tartan at South St. Paul, Henry Sibley at North St. Paul, and Hill Murray is at Simley. Saturday, Tartan at Sibley, Totino Granson, Matamidi. Hill Murray at St. Thomas Academy, number 1 against number 2 in the Metro East Conference. Also Saturday, Hastings and North St. Paul, and South St. Paul will take on the Simley Spartans. And the Ponies make their appearance here on the ice. Your Stillwater Ponies, the 2015-2016 Suburban East Conference champions, first ever conference title in the history of pony hockey.
Exciting times. A lot of Pony alumni very happy to see this.
Other games going on tonight around the metro area. Moorhead at Buffalo, Many Academy at Holy Angels, Rosemont at Apple Valley, Irondale at Blaine, Eastview at Burnsville. Now here's Bob.
Starting lineup for Forest Lake. In goal, number 41, sophomore Brady Peterson. His defense, number 7, senior Cole Herbert. And number 10, junior Murray Sareki. The forwards are number 3, senior Spencer Marsh. Number 4, senior Easton Jacobson. And number 39, senior Jake Schmitz. And the remainder of the Rangers, head coach Jim Lowe, assistant coaches Matt Slogo, Chad Sullivan, Chris Gaffney, Matt Westhammer, Jim Hip, Dan Fink, and Paul Kendrick. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Stillwater Ponies. In goal, number 30, senior Josh Benson. His defense, number 13, junior Austin Murr. And number 19, senior Andrew Hoy. The forwards are number 15, junior Luke Manning. Number 21, senior Simon Sagasor. And number 22, junior TJ Sagasor. And the remainder of the Stillwater Ponies, head coach Matt Dolman, assistant coaches Pete Hamilton, Paul Benson, Scott Bukestead, and Rick Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, face the east end of the stadium as we honor our country with the national anthem.
He's looking right at us. Yeah. Look. Do it. Do it, I dare you.
And again, we welcome you back to the Blizzard Rink. I'm Tom Witch and Bill Hamilton alongside again Jordan in charge here tonight. As for the Forest Lake Rangers, and they're wearing the maroon and gold tonight. Brady Peterson will be in goal. He's a sophomore. Brady's numbers, 5.71 his record, 2.9 his goals against average, and a save percentage of 90.3. And Josh Benson is going to go for the Ponies. And Josh, of course, 15-1-1. He has goals against at 1.81, 92.3 is his save percentage. And the Ponies will be defending the goal to a right. Now, Bill, the Ponies, will they have senior night when they play Holy Family here?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes.
And they'll honor our 6 seniors?
All 6 of them.
Okay.
Arena filling up Thursday night. Not typically that many people here, but we've been getting better and better turnouts for the Ponies.
Yeah, people are finding out about this third-ranked Stillwater Pony hockey team, third-ranked in the state behind Holy Family, their opponent, here a week from Saturday, and of course Benilde St. Margaret's. As it'll be Luke Manning to face off at center ice with Simon and a TJ. And on defense, you heard Bob mention it is Austin Murr getting a start. He's going to pair up with Andrew Hoy on defense. Austin, of course, hurt earlier in the season with a shoulder injury, but he's come back all the way, and he is now getting a regular shift. And up front, Easton Jacobson for the Rangers with Spencer Marsh and Jake Schmitz on the wings, and the defense, Cole Herbert and Murray Saraki. Pony hockey about to get underway here on BAC TV, Channel 18, and online at bactv.org. Face-off won by Simon Sagasar and the Ponies. Broken up by the Rangers at their own blue line. Austin Murr at his own blue line, and he'll send it into the offensive zone. Peterson can't control. Simon Sagasar gets to it first to the line. There's a blast by Andrew Hoy, and it's wide. From the point, Austin Murr with the puck. Backhands it down the wall. There's Luke Manning. Puts it out front. Manning, our leading scorer with 20 goals. A blast by Austin Murr. And Brady Peterson sixth that off into that far corner. Manning back behind the net. He's taken the play by Cole Herbert. Into the face-off circle. Up top, Austin with a shot. And that is blocked out front by the defense. And the puck in the near corner cleared by the Rangers. Up along the near side boards. There's Murr again as he plays it down low for Manning. He gets tripped up and goes down. And the puck picked up by the Rangers. Coming back is Spencer Marsh to center ice. Turned back by the Ponies at the red line. And now to neutralize off the stick of Marsh. Played by the Ponies. Austin Murr at the end of a long shift as he has it taken away into the offensive zone. Murray Saraki. Saraki was a forward last year for the Rangers. He's taken down. The puck out to neutralize as the Ponies come left to right. And here comes Noah with Jackson. JC drop pass. Noah in on goal. Shot saved by Brady Peterson. Again, Noah and Jackson Kate doing their magic. And Peterson has to make his first save of the hockey game. As the puck out to center ice. Coming back, new line, John Doherty, Zach Robbie, and Dylan Fink, couple of sophomores, and John Doherty's a senior. And the puck is out of play. No, we got a slashing call to be handed out.
We do, yeah. Noah Cates had his stick knocked out of his hand.
And going off for the Rangers. And I don't know if I have a 21 on my roster. Sam Wrestler. And he's not part of the lineup that John Lou gave me before the game. Sam Wrestler, 2-minute minor for slashing. Stillwater on that potent power play. 16 power play goals in the offensive zone. At the half wall, Jackson Cates walks in. Back behind the net for Noah Cates out of the corner. Back to JC. Far corner goes up top from the point. Is Murr to Noah. Noah walks in. Down low for Jackson Cates in the corner. They cycle it down low. Holland on the weak side. Jackson Cates tries to put it out front. Correction, Noah Cates. And there is Jackson off the end of his stick. Retrieved by Luke Manning. And out of the corner, Pony drop pass. In on goal. And a tip attempt by Jackson Cates is one of the goal. Behind the net is Noah Cates for Manning. Luke tries to wrap around. He's stripped up and goes down. Picked up and cleared by Kevin Hildreth to the line, but not out. Austin Murr will hold it in. Puck in the far corner. Minute 14 to go on the power play. Wrap around attempt. Noah Cates puts it right through the blue. Comes on the near side boards. Manning taken out of the play. Gavin Holland from the point. Goes weak side for Noah Cates. And we have play whistle down as the net came loose off its pegs. Down off to our left. As we're 2.5 minutes into this first period and no score. And just the one shot on goal. We're coming oh so close with a lot of wraparound attempts. But nothing on goal. Brady Peterson has mentioned their sophomore goaltender. Danny Fiedler is their junior. As the face-off inside the Ranger zone, cleared the line. Nice job by Andrew Hoy to hold it in. As he plays it down the wall for TJ. He goes up top. There's Jack Mapstone. Mapstone down low for Simon Sagasor. He gets a pick from the referee. TJ and Simon at the wall from the point. It's held in by Mapstone. And the puck is cleared all the way down the ice. Bouncing puck. And it is cleared up the near side boards by Josh Benson to center ice. Here comes Matthew Stanton. Stanton ahead up the right wing boards and rubbed down along the wall, along the far side boards of Jack Mapstone. And you know, absent on this power play, where's number 3? Jesse Bukestad. As hopefully he's not injured as the Ponies with the puck. Simon does a 180, far face-off circle, shot blocked. And he shoves the man down, and then he lost it in.
Yeah.
There's Matthew Stanton with the puck. 10 seconds to go in the power play. High slot Mapstone to the wing for Hoy. Hoy backs up, goes weak side, and hops the stick of Stanton off into the far corner. Simon goes up top to the point. Mapstone to the wrister, saved by Peterson. Puck cleared out of the way, out of the zone and all the way down the ice. As Forest Lake is back at full strength. As the Ponies with the puck back in their own zone. And they come right to left. And the breakout pass for Brody Swanson. Swanson into the zone with Kaufman and Parker Detko. Brady Swanson, up to the point, held in by Joe Sorensen, and there's Joey Novolani. And still no number 3, Jesse Bjorkstead, had the puck loose in the near face-off circle, and trying to clear his own zone is Blake Gutterman, junior defenseman. Pony doing a great job of controlling the offensive zone. As back behind the net again is Gutterman, feeds the left wing far side. Play to have for Aston Jacobson. Poke checked away by Joey Novolani on the defense. Right in front of the Ranger bench and across the way. As Forest Lake will regroup back in their own zone. There's A.J. Steer, senior defenseman. He had an older brother, Paul Steer, good defenseman for the Rangers a few years ago. Novolani back behind his own net for Sorensen. Plays up the wall looking for Brody Swanson, not there. But walked out of his zone in. And up the wall is Kaufman into the zone. Parker Detko, drop pass. Swanson shot saved by Peterson. And the puck is underneath him. He gets whistle. And a stoppage of play. 12:20 to go. And they scored his first period. The shots and goal at 3-0. And when I asked Matt any changes in the lineup tonight, he did not mention that Jesse Bukestad would not be playing. Austin Murr taking his shift. Murr again with his 3rd shift of this hockey game. He gets the wrister on goal, and Peterson has to make a glove save as Murr is paired up with Jack Mapstone on this play.
I suspect Jesse maybe is sitting part of this game because of the penalties in the last game.
The puck down the near side boards in the Forest Lake zone. Back behind the net. Out front for Noah. Tips at the line. Murr with a blast. That's blocked. The rebound to the line. Mapstone to hold the offensive zone. Back in the corner for Drake Best. Drake is a sophomore defenseman for the Rangers. 5-man tap against the far side boards out of the corner. Out front for Jackson Cates. Austin Murr overskates the puck. Picked up by the Rangers and back they come to center ice. Here is Derek Johnson on the line with Sean Moore and Nick Mogren for Forest Lake. Austin Murr in the near corner zone. Up along the boards and out to neutral ice. And a breakout pass looking for Gavin Holland, but it's broken up the line by Murray Saraki. Saraki up the left wing boards and flipped into the Stillwater zone. Josh will leave it there for Murr. Up along the wall, held in at the point by Cole Herbert. And now it's flipped out of the Pony zone and down ice, not far enough for icing. As Kevin Hildreth going back. No, I guess it is far enough for icing. Shots on goal, 4-0, 11:20 to go. And they score in this first period. The Ponies had Woodbury at Bielenberg on Saturday night, 1 week to tonight. They'll be at the Bandit Sports Center to take on Whitefield Lake. And then a week from Saturday, home against Holy Family, number 2 team in the state. There's Tommy Bruschick getting his first shift. Simon Sagasor, 3-on-2. Ahead from Manning, off the end of his stick. Simon carries on. Luke has to get onside. Tipped into the zone by TJ Sagasor. And he plays it down the wall. Manning, first man in on the forecheck. And it's taken away by Cole Herbert. Herbert left to right. The breakout pass to center ice for Nick Mogren. He'll drive it into the Stillwater zone. Comes out front on a funny bounce. Benson has to make a big save as cruising down that slot. Looking for the loose puck with Sean Moore. Back behind JB against that back wall. Right out front. Taken away by the Ponies. And they clear it away to that far wing. Manning coming back. And he'll set it into the offensive zone. To the point. Brushy will hold it in momentarily for Stillwater. And take it away by Michael Kaufman. Kaufman for Stanton. Stanton overskates. Matthew gets it back. Stanton at the half wall. Goes up top to the point. Walking in. Novelady. Shot. Joey Say. Shot is into the glove of Brady Peterson. He'll hold on to get a whistle. 5-1 shots on goal. 10:24 to go. Scoring this first period. Suburban East Conference Boys Hockey here tonight on VAC TV Channel 18 and online vactv.org. Face off. Ranger zone won by the Ponies as Matthew Stanton into the corner, taken away on a double team by John Doherty, not to center ice. As walked into the offensive zone, taken in by Sam Bressler, back behind the net. Against that back wall, we have a 4-man tie-up. Pop free by Joey Sorensen, played up along the boards, the dasher boards. Stanton can't get to it. The Rangers hold his own. Sorensen taken into play by Zach Robbie. Zach, just a sophomore. His dad, Brian Robbie, former Minnesota Twin, and now the head baseball coach at Bethel University. Against the far side board, tipped out the center by Stanton, and the Rangers have to go back. Regrouping is A.J. Stair in his own zone. Breakout pass, and a little bit too far for Zach Robbie. And back behind the point net, Mapstone takes care of Robbie as they tie it up against that back wall. Free to line it out to center ice as Noah Canes overskates it. There to cover up his Mapstone. Sends it into the zone as Cole Herbert will send it out to neutral ice. Robbie will backhand it into the Pony zone, and he'll head for the bench. Mapstone, Jack back behind his own net. Long breakout pass. It's off the stick of Noah Canes into that ice. First man to the puck, defenseman Cole Herbert. Feeds the wing, far side. It's broken up, cleared to the line, and out to center ice. Spencer Marsh into the Pony zone. Face-off circle high. Pad save. Benson rebound. And that's knocked down by traffic in front of JB. Far face-off circle. Ponies to clear the line and out to center ice. They go rink wide off the stick of Noah Cates. Noah into the zone. He runs into the referee. Centering pass looking for Gavin Holland. Off of his stick. Gavin retrieves the puck. Holland in the corner. Gets away from one man. Drop pass for Noah Cates at the half wall. Comes out front. Noah to Jackson. Shot blocked. And it deflected wide to the far corner. There's Gavin Holland again. Plays it back behind his own net. There's Maurice Saraki. Taken away by the Rangers. Cleared off the board to the line as it's held in by Andrew Hoy. At the half wall, out of the corner, Noah for Jackson. And the pass never got there. Hoy from the blue line. A blast and a pad save. You can hear it up here by Brady Peterson. And the rebound cleared the line. Hoy again to hold the zone. And he'll play it back behind the Ranger net. From the point held in momentarily by Brushy. And taken away by Jackson Cates. He overskates, but there's Sagasor. Simon looking for TJ. His shot saved by Peterson. And the rebound off in the corner. And it is Jackson Cates going for the bench and a line change as the Rangers send it down ice. Brushy and Hoy on this defensive pair for head coach Matt Dean. And Sagasor, that's TJ for Simon. Simon back out front for TJ. Walks out front, poke checked away by the goaltender Brady Peterson. Back loose off into the near corner inside the Rangers zone. As there is Blake Gutterman, third set of defenseman for head coach John Lou. Puck out at center and redirected down ice by Jackson Willie. He's a sophomore. And now the Ponies breaking out right to left and out to neutral ice. And taking another play against the far side boards. That was Luke Manning. And here's the other 15. Dylan Fink, sophomore from Forest Lake, brings him to the offensive zone. Sorensen to take it away. Feeds the wing for Simon Sagasor. Retreats back behind his zone. That comes out the near side door. The co-captain, Simon Wheels, and sets up a hack behind Josh Benson. Up the right wing, play to line, bouncing puck. Now it's out to set off the skates of TJ Sagasor and cleared by the Rangers back into the offensive zone. Dumped in by Bo Bartholomew. And he is a junior for the Forest Lake Rangers. Simon Sagasor doing his stick magic behind his zone net. And he is taken down. At the puck in the corner, Sorensen pinned to that back wall. Joey Novelady against the far side boards from Manning off his skate. And he'll drop it back to the defense. Sorensen has to go back to get it. Sorensen will flip it up over the glass and out of play.
Well, you know, Tom, actual matchups make games. And this is just the way these two teams match up. It doesn't favor the Ponies. They
it's
have
kind of
to
a
struggle.
sluggish start, yeah.
Yeah.
The passing tape to tape is not there. Positioning is not there.
A better start than the game in Forest Lake, but still, Ponies came back strong second period.
Face off to left of Josh Benson. And right off the face off, Benson has to make the save. Seth Isley with the win. In the junior bars of the game, he stopped 15 of 16 Ranger shots. As the face off again to the Pony zone. Off the boards, Mapstone to the line, bouncing puck. And overskated there by Dutka, but carried on. Kaufman into the zone with status. Shot, Peterson the same. And he'll hold on and get a whistle. And I have to mention, Parker's dad came up here. Parker and I just said Cole's the younger brother. Cole's actually older by, 2 minutes?
Yes.
They're twins. Parker and Cole Dutka. And he got a kick out of it. He was watching and listening to the game down in Chicago. And I mentioned Cole's name. Younger brother Parker, no. Cole's actually older by about 2 minutes. I apologize. Center pass, one-timer. There's Parker with the shot wide. Dutka back behind the net. Written out of the play. Matthews had to lift the stick. And it comes to the line. Murr can't hold. It's all the way down the ice. A race for the puck. It's icing the call against Forest Lake as we're just under 6 minutes to go here in Escona's first period from the Blizzard Arena. And the shots on goal are 8-3.
That pretty much reflects the way the play's been.
St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Doug and his staff are going to be very busy the next few days. But a lot of volunteers helping to put on the sticks in Stillwater, Light Hockey, etc. The face-off to the point. Brushy with a shot blocked. Rangers with a possibility with numbers. Retrieving the puck is Zach Robbie. Robbie's pass broken up. High in the air, loose into the Pony zone. As it's cleared off the boards, off the stick of Noah, but it comes to Jackson Cates for Gavin Holland. Nice tape-to-tape pass. Gavin from his knees, backhand shot, glove save by Peterson. He'll hold on and get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
That was big-time play for Gavin.
By the way, also this weekend, we talked about the sticks in Stillwater, but also the girls hockey, the Skate for the Roses hockey channel. Various locations around the city and here at the rec center. Face out to the rod of Brady Peterson, who has been outstanding so far. Jackson Cates gets tossed out of the face-off circle, but Noah wins the draw. Holland fades the point, and a wrister wide of the goal, and Murray Saraki back behind his own net. Noah is pinned to that back wall. They had checked there. The winger is Drake Best. I should say defenseman Jake Best. And there's Jake Schmitz for the Rangers as well. The Ponies trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Finally, Forest Lake clears off the near side. Moore's open wing. And getting to first is Brushy to backhand it in to the offensive zone. No case. Oh, he's taken hard with a big hip check into that back wall. And an illegal check. That'll be a boarding call. This comes at exactly the 12-minute mark of the first period. Ponies will have their second power play opportunity of the night as Maurice Saraki will get a 2-minute minor. And it's the roughing call. And the face-off to the right of Brady Peterson. Mentioned the Rangers 9-11-1 overall, 5-8 in conference. The Rangers will close out their season home to Roseville this Saturday, then finish the season next week. Tuesday at St. Francis up at the East Bethel Ice Arena. And Thursday the 11th, they are at Cretin-Durham Hall, the Highland Arena.
I think the official was explaining to the Forest Lake coach that he actually got a little bit of a gift here. That really easily could have been a boarding. Yeah, that could have been a 5. That's the kind of stuff that's dangerous.
And Coach Lou will change up his penalty killers in to take the face-off of Spencer Marsh. Draw one by the Ponies. TJ to the point for Hoy. Back to TJ. Goes far point, far side for Mapstone. On the weak side. And here comes Simon out front. Out of the corner is TJ. Up top to Mapstone. Jack picks the shot, walks in, now fires, hits traffic, and is deflected out to center ice. Mapstone gets back to it just in time. Leaves it for Andrew Hoy back in the offensive zone as Hoy sends it back behind the Ranger net. Minute 35 to go on the Pony power play. Mapstone high slot. One-timer. Hoy and he blasted up over the net and off the back wall. Simon Sagasur from the far point. Down low in the corner for TJ. He's pinned to the wall. Matthews Tannen tried to pop it free. 4-man fencing match. And it's finally dug free in favor of the Ponies. Simon Sagasor. He fires. That is blocked by traffic. Clear the line and out to center ice by Jake Schmitz. Mapstone back. Jack to his partner Andrew Hoy. A little bit too far on the pass as Spencer Marshall sent it into the Pony zone. Ponies have a minute to go in the 1-man advantage. Stanton on the rush. And he gets around 1 man into the zone. Stanton, high slot. And from the wing goes down low in the corner. Back behind that. Score! From behind the net off the leg of Brady Peterson. And a tipped in on the step attempt. And waiting to see process of elimination. And I think it's Austin Murr.
I think it is.
Austin Murr maybe will be getting his second goal of the year, a power play goal for the Ponies at the 13:09 mark. It is 1-0. Power play goal number 17. And if it goes to Austin Murr, that'll be his second goal of the year.
The goalie complaining that the net was off, and it really was off after the play was over. It's hard to tell when it went off the post.
For Stillwater on a power play.
Come on, Bob. He plays that away inside the Rangers zone, and there's a shot by Sorensen.
Number 3, Scott Bukestad, with the assist to number 9, Matthew Stan.
I
With the
don't-
assist also to number 18, Gavin Hall.
Gavin Holland will get one assist, Matthew Stan the other, and Jesse Bukestad not playing. It's not 3, it's 13. Austin Murr, his second goal of the year. Our senior defenseman, 1-0 Ponies, as we're back to full strength with 3 minutes to go here in the first period. And the breakout pass tipped to the line. Rangers hold the offensive zone on his off wing. Walking in at Jackson Willie. And on goal a shot, and Benson has to make the save. As both teams are going to change up. Coach D is going to change up his line. So does the Forest Lake Rangers, as it'll be Bo Bartholomew with Sam Ressler and Jackson Willie on the wings for Forest Lake. Gets the puck off into the far corner. Gavin Holland goes back behind his own net on the forecheck of Jackson Willie. As Holland goes down, puck against the near side boards, and from the point it's held in by Kevin Hildreth. 4-man tap right in front of the student section. Top 3, and back behind that, the Pony try to go far side breakout. Holland flips it out to center ice, and back for to Sammy Ressler, senior for the Rangers. Played ahead, it's into the offensive zone by Bartholomew. And I believe the Rangers may have been offside. They were. Offside is the call with 2:31 to go. Now in a 1-0 first period. 17th power play goal of the year for the Ponies. 17 power play goals, 10 shorthanded goals, 27 goals in now 23 or 22 games.
Jesse Bukestad thinking that was probably the softest goal he's ever scored in his entire career from the bench.
He's to the right of Brady Peterson. Comes wide of the goal. Puck against that back wall. TJ Sagasor centers it out front.
Oh.
And it's driven into the offense, into the goal by the Rangers, I believe.
Simon Sagasor, I think.
TJ will get it. Looked like Dylan Fink, the defenseman for the Rangers, knocked it into his own goal. Well, the Ponies have a 2-0 lead. And the time of this goal on a redirect. A couple of bad angle goals. 14:36 is the time of the goal, and we'll wait and see who gets it on the Ponies' 11th shot of this hockey game.
Could be Bukestad again.
Face-off won by the Ponies.
Scoring for Stillwater, number 21,
Simon Sagasor, goal number 4.
With the assist to number 22,
TJ.
Sagasor, and number 15, Luke Manning. Time of that
And
goal,
that whole line
46
credited with an assist or goal on the line. Number 5 on the season for Simon Sagasor. 2-0 Ponies. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. The Stillwater Ponies have the pucks. And up the left wing board, TJ Sagasor rubbed out along the wall there by Cole Herbert. And back behind that, there's Luke Manning for the Ponies. And Manning take it down from behind on a check by Spencer Marsh at the half wall. Stanton holds it in out of the corner. Here's Luke Manning. Manning with a man draped on him. Leads it out front. It's broken up by Jake Schmitz. And here's Stanton to pick it up. Matthew Stanton goes to the point for Brushy. Tommy fires, and it's blocked out front by Spencer Marsh. Back behind the net, Blake Gutterman. Gutterman and Stanton. Stanton wins the dirt faceoff in a shot on goal. And cleared away by Brady Peterson against that back wall. Brody Swanson, Matthew Stanton, Michael Coffin on this line for your Ponies. Play to line as Easton Jacobson gets it out to center ice. Rangers, it'll change into the zone, down the wing. Here's Brody Swanson. He fires, and he rifles it up over the glass into the netting. That shot of play. And the Ponies have their 12th shot on goal. That was deflected by Brady Peterson. On a little side paddle. 1:03 to go here in the first period. Mapstone and Murr are the defensive pair. Stanton, Coffin, and Swanson. And now the forward line is going to change. Noah, Jackson, and Gavin Holland to come out.
Well, Forest Lake has come out to try and slow this Stillwater offense down with hitting.
Murr to Mapstone, shot wide of the goal as we have 1 minute to go in this first period. From the wing, held in by Gavin Howland momentarily, and now sent away to center ice. And coming back is Nick Mogren into the zone, fires, Benson glove save, holds on. Sitting right on the doorstep with Jackson Willie in case JB let it go. But Josh with a good glove hand, stamped it out of the air. And the face-off to the right of Josh Benson. And Doherty will come out. And Sean Moore will sit down for the Rangers. Doherty wins the draw and gets it back to the point. Siraki Murray scores! Murray Siraki on a shot for the point. May have been deflected in. Siraki will get an assist, and the Rangers will get a goal in the closing minute of this first period. Time of the goal will be 15-18. Siraki will at least get one assist, but it was a redirection behind Josh Benson just inside the near side pipe. If Siraki is credited with the goal, would be his third, but I think it'll be his 8th assist out here as we have a 2-1 hockey game here in the first period.
A defensive miscue in front of the net.
Scoring for Forest Lake. Number 9, Derek Johnson.
Derek
with the
Johnson.
assist, number 10, Murray Siraki. And number 12, Nick Mogren.
Nick Mogren on one assist, Siraki the other, and getting his fourth goal of the year was Derek Johnson for the Rangers. And we got a 1-goal hockey game as the Rangers have the puck and they're offside at the Stillwater blue line. Pony hockey here on VAC TV channel 18 here tonight and online, wherever you might be watching around the metro state, around the country, or some snowdrift somewhere with your iPhone.
Or in some on some beach.
There you go. Face-off just outside the Stillwater blue line. Bartholomew, but it's won by Jackson Cates. Jackson wins the face-off for Noah Cates from skate to stick. Noah drives it into the offensive zone as we play the final seconds of the period. As it's up along the dasher board, Jackson Cates can't get it to sit on. Play to line off the stick of Brushy, horn sounds, and that is the end of 17 minutes of hockey. First period is in the book here at the Blizzard Rink, the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, and it is 2-1 in favor of your Stillwater Ponies. As we go to the replays, as the Ponies get on the board first on a power play at 13:09, they make it 1-0, the 17th of the year. And getting his second goal of the year was Austin Murr with an assist from Matthew Stanton, and the second assist to Gavin Holland. And from behind the net, Austin Murr off the stick or skate of Brady Peterson and deflected in the net, took about a 90-degree turn.
That net was off the post when that goal went in.
And
we saw in the replay.
Here it is, yes, Stanton for Murr, and it was 1-0. The Ponies come back about a minute and a half later at 14:36 to make it 2-0. Getting his 5th of the year, the co-captain Simon Sagasor from his brother TJ and Luke Maddock on the second assist. And there's TJ from behind the net, and it's wrapped in by Simon, and the Ponies make it 2-0. The Rangers come back as they won the face-off, as it was Doherty getting it back to the point. Siraki took the shot, and it was tipped in front of the net by Derek Johnson, his 4th goal of the year. Siraki with the first assist, and the second assist went to Nick Mogren. And here's the first goal of the game for the Rangers, and there it is. Up on the screen. Thank you, Jordan. He's so quick on his keyboard there. Shots on goal, 12-6 here in the first period. The first game, the junior varsity game, won by the Stillwater Ponies by a score of 3-1, including an empty net goal. And they've got 3 games remaining. They've had a very good season as well. There's some talented young men on the JV. They'll be in battle for spots with, the 6 seniors graduating.
Oh, yeah.
We're between periods. We're going to send it back to the studios around our broadcast courtesy of Acapulco Restaurante Mexicana at our Ridge Shopping Center, RBC Wealth Management of Stillwater, and Anita White, your licensed realtor for Caldwell Banker Burnett in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I'm Tom Merchant. The Hamilton alongside. We'll be back with second period action in minutes.
Using our Leon family recipes, Acapulco caters the highest quality food made from scratch daily. We deliver anywhere in the Twin Cities or can host at any one of our 8 locations. served buffet style or plated, as intimate as a private dinner for 20 to as grand as a group of 3,000. We can customize your menu to reflect the needs of your occasion, formal or casual, including beverage services. Acapulco Restaurante Mexicano. Authentic flavors, spirited family traditions since 1996.
The Stillwater Ponies boys hockey is sponsored in part by Acapulco Restaurante Mexicano, RBC Wealth Management of Stillwater, and Anita White, a Coldwell Banker Burnett licensed realtor in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Valley Access Channels and the community thank you for your sponsorship.
My spark is being excited for school each day.
Thriving begins with the idea of the human spark. It's the metaphor I use to define that animating engine, that thing about a young person that gives them joy and energy, the reason why some will seek to actually get up in the morning and get moving. Something that gives their life hope and direction and purpose.
My spark is finding a good book.
My spark is playing soccer.
My spark is preparing for college.
80 million. That's the number of children in the United States from ages 0 to 18. 80 million gems waiting to blossom, to bloom, to be engaged, to be seen, to be known, to be put into play.
My spark is having a school library.
My spark is kayaking with my dad.
When you actually listen to people's statements about their dreams for our kids, you hear a very different language. Kids who experience joy, kids who are connected and engaged, kids who fall in love with their life and all of life, kids with kindness and generosity, kids who are happy, kids who contribute.
My spark is music.
My spark is seeing my dad every morning.
My spark is basketball.
There's three kinds of sparks as young people define them. For some kids, it's a skill or a talent. For some kids, it's a commitment. Some kids, the third category, it's a quality. There's a bunch of things I'd do now to change and transform how we do business in America. I would make knowing kids' sparks at the very center of school life. In fact, I'd put it right at the front.
I like skateboarding, longboarding, snowboarding, wakeboarding. You can pretty much narrow my spark down to just boards.
My spark is reading. My spark is seeing my teacher every morning.
Because the spark in almost all cases is good and beautiful and useful to the world.
My spark is being the best that I can be.
I'm a pony, and I tackled cancer.
I'm a pony, and I tackled cancer.
I'm a pony, and I tackle cancer.
I am a pony.
I'm a pony.
I'm a pony, and I tackled
cancer.
I'm a pony, and I tackled cancer.
I'm a pony.
I'm a pony.
I'm a pony. I'm a pony.
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 And I tackle cancer.
I tackled cancer.
I tackled cancer.
I'm a pony, and I'm tackling cancer.
We are ponies, and together we can tackle cancer.
And we welcome you back here to the Blizzard Rink, the St. Croix Valley Rec Center here at Stillwater, Suburban East Conference Hockey here tonight on BAC TV. Tonight we're on Channel 18 and online at bactv.org. I'm Tom Wishon, voice of the Ponies. Bill Hamilton alongside Ponies with a slight one-goal lead, 2-1 as we enter the second period. And other scores going on tonight around the metro area. And checking out Hill Murray, and they are no score in. That's at the Veterans Memorial Community Center in Inver Grove Heights. Beautiful arena, by the way. Roseville and Montview, no score in. Whiteford Lake Woodbury, no score in. And Wayzata over Edina as we look to the west side of the metro. Wayzata 2, Edina 1. Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. That's the big game at Minnetonka before, I'm sure, a packed Pagel Activity Center. That's 1-1, second period. And Maple Grove and Spring Lake Park. And Maple Grove leading Spring Lake Park by a score of 1-0. Burnsville over Eastview, 3-2. Lane shutting out Irondale at Fogarty Arena, 3-0. Apple Valley and Rosemont are 2-2. Just some of the scores going on around the metro area here tonight. Girls hockey coming up tomorrow night at Roseville, Hill Murray and Woodbury at 6 o'clock. Hill Murray the number 1 seed, Woodbury number 8. That'll be followed by Roseville and Stillwater. Roseville the number 4 seed, Stillwater the number 5 seed. Then on Saturday afternoon here at the Rec Center, Montview and North Carton at 1 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, White Bear Lake, the number 2 seed in the tournament. They'll take on Irondale. The semifinals in Section 4AA Tuesday at 6 and 8 o'clock at Aldrich. Championship game on Thursday, February 11th. And that'll be a 7:30 start time at Roseville Arena. The winner, of course, to advance to the state high school hockey tournament. And, of course, the last 2 years, Hill Murray coming out of this section. Not only to represent the section at state, but also winning 2 consecutive state titles. And don't bet the house on it, but I think Hill Murray will win number 3. They are a very talented young lady hockey team. Stillwater and Josh Gresham defending the goal to our left, Brady Peterson. And the Rangers will be defending the goal to our right.
Credited number 22, TJ Stagasaur, with the assist to number 9, Matthew Stanton, and number 21, Simon Stagasaur.
So the first goal for the Ponies, we gave it to Austin Murr. Actually going to give it to TJ Stagasaur from Stanton and a Simon Stagasaur on the assist. As we'll start the second period at full strength, 5-on-5. It'll be the Stagasaurs and Manning on this line with Austin Murr and Jack Mapstone on the blue line. And the line of Jacobson, Schmitz, and Marsh out there for Forest Lake. As it is Austin Murr sends it in to the Stillwater, the Ranger zone out the center. Murr again to dump it in to the Ranger zone. Retreating is Cole Herbert. He's paired with Murray Saraki. Back out to center ice, broken up by Simon. And Simon will drive it into the offensive zone. Herbert to get to the puck first, feeds to the line. Taken away by TJ. Tries to set it out front. He is knocked down, lost his stick and the puck. And taken away by Murray Saraki. Back behind the net for Cole Herbert. Up the near left wing boards, a little line, and out to center. Mapstone to drive it right back in. Short shift for the Ponies, and here come the Cates' line. Jackson in over with Gavin Holland. And Cates gets everybody outside. Jackson into the zone, down the boards. Taken on the play by Cole Herbert. In the skates of Jackson. Cates still holding on to it. And he takes a seat as the puck comes to the near side wall. Gavin Holland takes a hip check, bouncing puck back behind the Ranger net. Saraki for the Ranger drop pass. Cates on the intercept. Noah tries to put it out front, and it's cleared the line, but not out. Now it's swept away by Jacobson and out to neutral ice. Lead pass for Gavin Holland from Mapstone, a little bit too far. There's Noah Cates busting through a check. Noah Cates out of the corner. And there's Gavin Holland. Does the 180, holds onto the puck. Gavin down low for Noah. Back to the point. Brushy can't hold it in. Icing against the Rangers. And the faceoff will be back down to the Forest Lake zone. Holland, Noah, and Jackson Cates, Hoy, and Tommy Brushy, the defensive pair. Ponies with the faceoff. Brushy down the wall behind the net for Noah Cates. Cates out of the near corner. Drop pass for JC, and it's swept away by the defense at AJ Stair. And here come the Rangers. Blake Gutterman gets to the line and out to center ice. 3-on-2 Rangers with the numbers. Sent into the offensive zone by Nick Morgan. Cleared away by the Ponies out to center. 2-on-2 back the other way. Here comes Jackson Cates. Stops on the weak side. Noah Cates can't handle the pass. Otherwise, he had an open net to shoot at. Puck in the near corner of the Rangers zone. Here comes Forest Lake on the breakout. Pass, Sean Moore on the wing into the offensive zone for Derek Johnson.
Oh, that hurt.
Senior. And the puck back behind the Pony net and out to center ice. Rangers to get onside, chased by Michael Kaufman on the forecheck. And John Doherty with a puck. Doherty trying to one-handed out of his own zone, turned back by the Ponies. Now cleared the line, held in by Michael Kaufman. Kaufman on the weak side, shot by Parker Detko, wide of the goal. Back behind the net, doing the 180 is Blake Gutterman. Gutterman plays it up along the right wing boards, and Sorensen can't hold the zone as Parker Detko has to go back into his own zone. They're Joey Nobilani on the receiving end of the pass. Ahead into the zone, Kaufman down the slide. Stanton in on goal, shot, save, rebound, and Brady Peterson makes another great save as he slid across the blue. And he squeezes the pads together, robbing Matthew Stanton of a possible third goal for the Ponies.
That was a good play, and there was no rebound, and Michael Kaufman was right there in front of the net.
The 2-on-1. Ponies' 15th shot on goal of this hockey game. Bartholomew, Wrestler, and Willie coming out for the Rangers. And it's the Stagasaurs and Manning out there. Nobilani holds the point, holds the offensive zone. down in the corner from Manning. Manning gets double teamed against the near side boards. Puck free up along the wall, and the Rangers coming right to left out of their own zone. Pass to center, broken up to the back check by TJ Sangasor. Back into the zone, down the wall. TJ taken hard out of the play, and he's taken down in the corner. And the puck off into the near corner, out front for Simon. Drop pass for Manning. Manning for Simon. Simon back to Manning. Centering pass right out front. TJ was right there all alone. And somehow the defense broke that play up. TJ again sending it into the offensive zone. Mentioned TJ getting credited for that first goal of the hockey game, his 17th of the year on the power play. Rangers into the offensive zone. There's a blast wide of the goal by Jackson Willis, sophomore winger for the Rangers. Flipped out to center ice. And retreating is Cole Herbert at his own blue line. Pass up the wall and off the stick of Sammy Ressler and into the Ponies zone. 13 and change remaining. Breakout pass to center ice. Off the stick of Noah Cates. Retreating is A.J. Stair back behind his own net. A.J. off the wall. And it's broken up at the line, held in by the Ponies. Stair again trying to clear the zone. This time he succeeds and sends it down ice. Josh Benson will play it out of his own zone. A little bit too far in the pass for Gavin Holland. Rangers in their own end. To clear, open wing, picked off. Austin Murray gets his teammates outside. Walks it into the zone, down the wall, top pass for Gavin Holland.
Nice
Holland
move.
Down the boards and back behind the net. There's Noah Cates for back behind the net for Holland. Holland back to Noah in the face-off circle to the near side boards. Holland at the point. Mapstone high slot shot wide of the goal. Noah Cates tries to whip it out front. It comes back to the line. And Jack will hold it in once again for Noah Cates at the half wall. Cates tied up against the near side boards. And finally it's popped free. Guess who's got it? Noah out front for Gavin Holland. Puck never got there. And there's a shot on goal saved by Peterson. A shot taken by Jackson Cates. Still in that Rangers zone. Cleared the line. And McGann Mapstone to hold the zone. Out to neutral ice. Andrew Hoyer for Gavin Holland. Drop pass on the back check. Taken away a shot more. Sending it away. Semi-breakaway into the zone. Eric Johnson scores! Didn't it go in? I guess not. I thought it went in the net.
I did too.
As the puck cleared the line and back out to center ice. Looked like it just went inside the near side pipe and evidently was outside the pipe.
Well, the ref was right there.
And a lot closer than we are. Puck against the near side boards of the Pony zone. Rangers coming oh so close to tying up this hockey game. Brody Swanson taking another play. Kaufman out to center for Stanton. All by his lonesome. Now the drop pass. Brushy into the zone. Tommy off into the corner. First man getting to the puck is Derek Fink, sophomore right winger. Stanton in the corner along with Brushy. And back behind that, Stanton puts it out front. One timer by Kaufman off the heel of a stick. Rangers on the breakout. And out to neutral ice. There's Brody Swanson to send it to the Ranger blue line. Zach Robbie for the Rangers. He'll drive it into the offensive zone. As we're just under 11 minutes to go in a 2-1 second period. Manson to leave it into the near corner. Then a centering pass right to the blue into the point. There's a shot broken up out front. Stanton coming back with Swanson 2-on-2. Stanton into the zone. Nice move. Drop pass Swanson. It is broken up by the Rangers and cleared out to neutral ice. Coming off the bench, the Rangers and Spencer Myers sends it into the Pony zone. Benson will leave it there. Taken away by the Rangers with a shot, and it's wide of the goal. And the net came loose. I don't know if that goal would have counted, if it would have gone in. It looked like the net was off its pegs. 16-7 your shots and goal. Understand the first go around, a win by Stillwater up in fourth. They decided edge and shots and goal for the Ponies in that game.
Yeah, same situation as tonight.
Manning and Jacobson on the face-up. Won by the Ponies off the boards and out to center ice. And a race for the puck into the zone. Here comes Manning after the puck. Treading in with Simon Sagasor. Simon back to Luke. Back behind the net. Gets spun around on a check and taken away by Soraki. Murray plays it ahead and out to neutral ice. And broken up by the Ponies and sent again into the offensive zone by TJ Sagasur. Rick Bass back behind his own net. Centering pass out front. Shot on the backhand by Manning was wide. Sorensen tries to hold the point far side. Broken up by the Rangers. Loose to neutral ice. Tipped into the zone. Here comes Manning down the near side wall. Manning on his backhand. Does a 180. Out of the corner. Feeds a Tritter. There's Simon. Shot. Bad angle shot. Saved by Peterson. Rebound cleared the line. Not out. Austin Murray with a shot. And a Peterson with a glove save. And he'll hold that. And the Ponies buzzing the net. But unable to find the back of that net with 9:45 to go here in a 2-1 second period.
Shots almost approaching 3-1, but Forsyth goalie standing strong.
Ponies in Woodbury at Bielenberg on Saturday night. And then 1 week from tonight, they'll be at the Bandit Sports Center to take on White Bear Lake. Rematch of that 0-0 tie earlier this year. Off the face-up, Rangers win, clear it all the way down the ice. And that'll be an icing call. But a week from Saturday, it'll be number 2 against number 3 from the latest poll. Holy Family will be here at the Rec Center to take on the Ponies. We'll have that game for you right here on VAC TV, Channel 15, and also online at vactv.org. You can also go to my website, tjsportsonline.net, and I have the link to the broadcast as well. Face off in the Ranger zone. Ponies win it. Mapstone from the near point. Walks it down the wall. Down low back behind the net for Jackson Cates. To the point, Murr with a one-timer. And it's up over the net. Noah Cates spins away from a man. Leaves it for JC. Up top for Mapstone. And Jack can't hold the zone. And it's cleared out to neutral ice by the Rangers. Bouncing puck. Picked up by Jackson. Into the zone. Down the slot. Backhand. In I go forehand shot. Oh, what a play. What a play. He came into the backhand. Shifted the forehand, went top shelf over the shoulder of Brady Peterson. The Ponies have a 3-1 lead. Time of this goal will be the 6:48 mark of the period.
So maybe an assist to Mapstone, I'm not sure. That was quite a play.
That would be number 19 for Jackson Cates. But what a move going down the slot on his backhand and shifted into his forehand and one-timer into the net. And off the face-off again, back down into the Rangers zone. First man back is Cole Herbert for the Rangers. And off into the far corner. There's Matthews Tannen, another forecheck to break it up for Parker Dutko off into the near corner. Parker at the half wall. Dutko gets double teamed and lost it. And the Rangers clear the line. Not out. Here out of the corner. Kaufman looking for Stander. Out front. Stander with a tip. Saved by Brady Peterson. Picked up and cleared by the Rangers and out to center ice. Brushy first man back up the left wing boards off the stick of Stander. And it may have climbed the boards and up into the benches. Here's the goal by Bob.
Number 10, Jackson Cates with the assist to number 18, Gavin Holland, and number 16, Jack Mapstone.
So Mapstone one assist, Gavin Holland got the other assist. 6:48 the time of the goal, 3-1 Ponies second period. Face up now back down to the Stillwater zone to the left of Benson Kaufman to take the draw against Zach Robbing. Referees have a discussion. A lot if you'd like to get DVDs of some of these broadcasts that we've been producing this season, call the office at 651-430-2921 and buy yourself a DVD of Pony Hockey. And off the face-up, Rangers control the zone out front. A tip attempt right out front. And it's off the stick of John Doherty and puck out to center ice. Coming back and sputter out is Dutko on the check. Hoy carries on. Andrew into the zone, takes a double hit. For his efforts, Rick Best. Best puck in his skates. We got a delayed penalty as soon as the Rangers touch the puck. And we got a cross-checking call to be handed out against the Ponies. And it looks like Andrew Hoy is going to sit. Hoy a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of this one will be the 8:48 mark. And so Forest Lake has their first power play opportunity of the night. The Rangers do have 17 power play goals on the season. But that Pony penalty killing unit has not given up a goal in conference play all season long. Jackson Cates and John Doherty will face off to the right of JB. Off the face-up and the puck back behind the Pony net. Gets the far side boards picked up. Fanning out a clear with Sorensen. 5-man fighting for it. 2-on-1. Pass down low back behind the net. And a wraparound attempt looking at Jackson Willie. For John Doherty. Doherty feeds to the point for Siraki. Siraki holds his own. Down the wall. Mapstone takes care of his man. Gavin Holland plays it ahead for Noah Cates, and I think Gavin's going to go. Holland got him wrapped up in a bear hug. And it's going to be a 5-on-3. There's a Doherty going off.
Yeah, I think Doherty hit him in the head. I think it's going to be a coincidental.
John Doherty going off, and Jack Mapstone is going off. And coincidental minors at the 9:14 mark of the period. It'll be 4-on-3 for the time being.
Should be 5-on-4.
Should be. Yeah, there we go. 5-on-4. Sorensen will come out. Austin Murr will be the other point man with Manning and Sagasor. The penalty killers up front. Rangers with the puck. Cole Herbert's pass broken up. And then he gets it back, and Herbert will backhand it into the Pony zone. Walking in, Jackson Willie can't get a shot on Willie. Centering pass deflected by Sorensen, picked up by Murr. Off the board to the line. Held in by Best. Goes rink wide. Playing the point is Cole Herbert at the half wall, near side boards. He has Sam Ressler. Weak side pass. And a shot from the point, and that is wide on a shot taken by Blake Gutterman. And from the weak side, and there's Ressler with a shot. That sailed up over the net of Josh Benson. Puck in the far corner, Pony zone. And the Ponies can't clear. Now it's poke free. Diving for that puck in Manning.
Great play.
Get it out of the zone. Breakout pass as walked into the zone as Bartholomew. Broken up by Stillwater, not to neutralize. Gutterman goes rink wide on the backhand. Jackson Willie into the zone. Noah K takes him out of the play. Novalani for the Ponies. And he coughs it up. Centering pass out front. And sent away to center. Here comes Jackson and Noah. Jackson Cates around his man in on goal. And then has his pocket pick. There's Noah to cover up. And a shot wide of the goal. Wrestler against the far side boards. Rangers zone. Pass deflected by the Ponies. And now the Rangers head out to neutralize for Willie. Willie back to the defense. And Drake Best. Best will flip it into the Ponies zone. Ponies will be back to full strength here in about 9 seconds. Breakout pass. And the Ponies send it all the way down the ice. And here comes Simon Sagasor out on the penalty kill, along with Michael Kaufman. Kaufman to break things up on a back check. Stillwater at full strength. Fanning out a dump with Joey Novalend. And there's Brusha to send it all the way down the ice. Ponies want to regroup with 6 minutes to go in the second period. 3-1 in favor of the Ponies. TJ Sagasor, Simon Sagasor, and Jackson Cates have the 3 goals. And the first goal of the hockey game for the Rangers was Derek Johnson. Johnson, senior winger, his 4th of the year, late in the first period. Stepping in to take the draw is Derek Johnson, who mentioned with the goal. Manning will step in. Now he's tossed that. Simon Sagasor to do the fencing. Ponies win another face-off. Sorensen to clear. Bouncing puck to center off the stick of Manning. And the Rangers have to go back into his own zone as Cole Herbert take it away. Simon out front. Hits TJ right on the skate. And he couldn't get his stick at it. Rangers back the other way into the zone. Derek Johnson with a shot just wide of the goal. And the rebound at the half wall into the slot. Johnson with a shot again, and it's wide. In the near face-off circle, Pony zone. Walking it out is Simon Sagasor. 3-on-3 into the Rangers zone on his backhand. His shot saved by Peterson. Covers up on the pipe, but he can't hold on to it. As the Ponies collect it and go up top for TJ Sagasor. Poke checked away and out to neutral ice. Right in front of the scorer's table, Sorensen to break up the rush momentarily. Walked into the zone by Nick Mogren. Mogren shot blocked by the traffic. Loose out front, backhand shot off the pad of Josh Benson. He didn't see it, but somehow it hit his right pad, his stick hand, and out to center ice. As back the other way into the offensive zone is Hoy. Hoy dropped past Swanson, shot saved by Peterson, and the rebound off of the corner. Kaufman spun around on a check. There's Matthew Stanton. He's taken into that back wall inside the Rangers zone. Cleared the line, but not out. Stanton holds it in momentarily. Comes free to center. Brony Swanson will backhand it in to the Rangers zone. Saraki back for Forest Lake. Stanton on the intercept. Back behind that. Out front looking for Swanson. Pass never got there. Comes to the line. Murr to hold it in. Austin Murr down the left wing boards. And he plays it down low for Kaufman. Kaufman tries to one-hand it out front. Here's Stanton out of the corner over skates. Kaufman doing all the stick work. Brody Swanson at the half wall near side boards as he's taken hard into the wall there by Jake Schmitz. And the Rangers clearing out to neutralize through the skates of Brushy. On goal, Benson coming up and holds on with 4:14 to go in a 3-1 second period. The Pony schedule earlier today, the ski teams were in action over in Bloomington, if I remember right, at the Nordic skiing, Nordic boys and girls section finals at Highland Lake Park Reserve. Swimming and diving against Whitefield Lake in the Stillwater Junior High School pool. The wrestling team is taking on Owatonna tonight. As just off the face-off, we got a tripping call to be handed out. And it'll be Jack Mapstone getting this one. And again, the Rangers will go on the power play. Their third power play opportunity of the night. but they only have 10 shots on goal to show for it so far. Also on the Pony schedule, on this Thursday, we've got basketball, girls basketball team. They're up at Princeton, taking on the Princeton Tigers on a 7:15 start time. And the penalty killers will be Jackson and Noah Sorensen and Andrew Hoy. John Doherty. Noah Cates getting a talking to by the linesman. And they both go down, Cates and Doherty. Doherty gets the puck and tries to feed the point. He does. In a shot by Saraki. Blocked there by Andrew Hoy. He'll backhand it all the way back down the ice. Under 4 minutes to go in the period. 3-1 Stillwater. Minute 45 to go in the Ranger power play. As walking it out is Cole Herbert. Drop pass for Saraki. Murray around Noah Cates and backhands it into the zone on goal. And JB will cover up and then leaves it for the defense. They'll split the D. And the Ponies send it all the way back down the ice. Rangers have to go back as Herbert will quarterback this rush. Cole Herbert, the senior defenseman, has sent a lot of seniors on this Ranger team.
They sure are.
In fact, they got 10 or 11 seniors. And here's a blast from point by Doherty. And it's one to the goal inside the Stillwater zone. 4-man tie up in the near corner. And up along the wall and past the defender. Got him in it all the way back down into the Rangers zone. Out to neutral ice. And it's broken up on the rush at the line by Simon Sagasort. Saraki again. Pony changing up penalty killers with 40 seconds to go in the 1-man advantage. Driven into the offensive zone by Kevin Hildreth, senior defenseman. And cleared by the Ponies out of the zone and all the way down the ice. Dumped by Michael Kaufman. And a wholesale change in penalty killers as Brushy and Murr come out as the defense. And Michael Kaufman and TJ Sagasor, the forwards on the penalty kill. Puck in the far corner. Pony's own Austin Murr. And he hits his own teammate in the back. Hit TJ right in the back. And he never saw the puck coming. Ranger trying to ring it into the zone. Kaufman on the intercept. Michael the backhanded up ice. Knocked down by Blake Gutterman. Feeds it to an open wing. Into the offensive zone. Jackson Willard with a shot. And it's redirected by Brushy off into the corner. Murr to clear. Austin cleared all the way down the ice. As back is Jack Mapstone. Back to the proceedings. Drake Best back behind his own net. Right to left. The Rangers walking out of their own zone. Down by a pair of goals. Murr to Gavin Holland. They collide and the Rangers hold it in. Bo Bartholomew. It comes free to neutral ice. Gutterman sends it right back in. Brushy back behind his own net for Stillwater. Off the right wing boards for Gavin Holland. Tip to Jackson Cates. Jackson coming with Noah into the zone. Jackson on his backhand. Walks in. Centering pass for Noah. It's off his skates. Noah Cates lifting the stick of the defender. Holds onto the puck. Gets triple teamed in the corner. And that's a sign of respect. Noah triple team. Noah gets that back wall. He's finally taken down, but there's Jackson to help out. JC is taken down. Back behind the Ranger net. Gavin Holland to pick up the puck as the Cases are both down. Gavin out front. Backhand shot. St. Peterson. Rebound. And Brady covers up and holds on. And then bodies collide. A lot of pushing and shoving going on after the whistle with 1:13 to go here in the period.
Wow, that was a shift. That was a high energy shift for that line.
Yeah, Noah and Jackson Cates doing the forechecking down there. In the offensive zone, both get deposited on the backside of the breezers a couple times. But great forechecking job keeping it into the offensive zone. And Jackson stays out there to take the face off and wins it. Hoeing for the point. Goes rink wide for Jack. Mapstone plays it down the wall. Noah Cates behind the net for JC. Jackson Cates taking to the wall. Noah Cates pops it free. Swept away by Hildreth to the line. Mapstone holds it in. Plays it down the wall. A minute to go in the period. Gavin Holland to hold the offensive zone. Play the line. It's in the skates of Gavin again. Gavin Holland around one man. Fires. Peterson with a stick save. Rebound off into the corner. Here's Noah Cates at the half wall. Does that 180. Noah Cates behind the net for Jackson Cates. Takes it off the dasher boards. Pinned to the wall by Kevin Hildreth. Comes out front of the Ranger net. Gavin Holland takes his man out of the play. Pass ahead. And off the stick of Zach Robin back down into the Pony zone. Benson to cleared away from in front of the cage. Gavin Holland to center. Around one man. Hits the red line. Around two men into the zone. His shot is blocked by traffic. comes to the point. Hoy will hold it in and walked off the boards by Luke Manning. Manning is taken down. Rangers with a puck. Saraki trying to clear. Sagasur on the intercept. TJ back behind his own net. Back behind the Rangers net. He's taken down at a double team. And to the right wing boards, and a shot by Simon Sagasur as the horn sounds. And we played 2 periods of play. And the Ponies lead by a pair, 3-1. And out shooting the Rangers 26-11. And once again, Bill, the penalty killing unit, perfect so far in conference.
Absolutely, but coming up a little short. They haven't scored a shorthanded goal yet.
Nope,
they've been close
9 on the season, but they've come close a couple times here tonight.
If I was an opposing coach, when that penalty killing unit with the Cates brothers comes out, I'd be terrified.
Well, the only goal of the period coming at the 6:48 mark. Ponies make it 3-0. Look at this stick work from Jackson Cates on his 19th goal of the year right here. There's Jackson down the slot. Backhand forehand shot. Put about 3 dekes on the defense and the goaltender. Number 19 of the season. Gavin Holland 1 assist. Jack Mapstone got the other assist. And that's where we stand, 3-1 at the end of 2 periods of play. By the way, that was the final score in the junior varsity game as well. I'm Tom Washington, voice of the Ponies. Bill Hamilton alongside. Jordan Simpkins is going to take it away. We'll be back with 3rd period action from the Blizzard Rink in just.
Using our Leon family recipes, Acapulco caters the highest quality food made from scratch daily. We deliver anywhere in the Twin Cities or can host at any one of our 8 locations, served buffet style or plated, as intimate as a private dinner for 20 to as grand as a group of 3,000. We can customize your menu to reflect the needs of your occasion, formal or casual, including beverage services. Acapulco Restaurante Mexicano. Authentic flavors, spirited family traditions since 1996.
The Stillwater Ponies Boys Hockey is sponsored in part by Acapulco Restaurante Mexicano, RBC Wealth Management of Stillwater, and Anita White, a Coldwell Banker Burnett licensed realtor in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Valley Access Channels and the community thank you for your sponsorship.
This is Stillwater High School.
Hey, what hallway is this?
Let me show you. First you have the science hall where we'll learn science makes all. First you'll take biology, the study of all living things. Then you'll take some chemistry, you'll create things chemically. How about some physics then, where matter and motion have the plan? You can learn this all at Stillwater High. Let's look at some English course where you will learn words carry heavy forces. Good. Well, sign up for the Pony Express, our newspaper is the best. You can learn this all at Stillwater High.
What?
The social studies all, history they will teach you all. With our fine history courses, you'll learn facts from many sources. If you have any part or your trade, you'll learn the system and how it's made. Philosophy, among other things, there's just one class that this great school brings. At Stillwater High.
Wait, where are we?
Well, this is the mathematics wing where numbers are our favorite things. First you'll take some algebra, we'll learn some formulas. Then you'll take some FST, functions, statistics, trigonometry. Then you'll take some higher math, you'll take calculus last. You can take this all at Stillwater High. Come on, everybody! If you need some extra classes, arts and electives for the masses. Music, pavement, word with play, you'll express yourself every day. Learn languages of the world, Francais, Espanol. Health is something you have to do, same with gym, it's good for you. You can take this all. You can take this all. You can take this all at Stillwater High. You can take this all. You can take this all. You can take this all at Stillwater High. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed you so badly? How did you know I'd give my heart gladly? Yesterday I was one of the lonely people. Now you're lying close to me, making love to me. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you. I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so
welcome you back here to the Blizzard Rink, the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, as this Thursday night game at the Suburban East Conference kicking off a very busy 4 days with high school hockey. And we've got, of course, the Skate for the Roses. 40 young girls teams will be competing over 3 days, and the Sticks in Stillwater event, 3 days of activities all around the Stillwater area and on indoor and outdoor rinks, as we have about 50 Mike teams that will be coming in to Stillwater, and along a lot of celebrities will be in town as well. And for all the information, go online to sticksandstillwater.com. There's also a medallion hunt downtown as well. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom March of the Ponies. Bill Hamilton alongside. Ponies, a workmanlike, if you want to call it, workmanlike effort tonight, 3-1 over the Rangers going into the third period. This is
sort of the same way the game went in Forest Lake. And as I said, matchups are really what make games. And this type of matchup with these two teams seems to yield this type of a game.
This broadcast presentation of Valley Access channels here in the Valley. And tonight we're on channel 18. And the replay will be next Wednesday, 1 and 7 o'clock, if I remember right, on the schedule. And you can watch the games in their entirety at 1 and 7 o'clock. You can also go on demand. This is the 10th of 11 boys games that we have been broadcasting, and those total of 11 games plus the 2 girls games that we've had a chance to broadcast here on VAC TV. You can find on the website on demand at vactv.org, and the 6 other games that TJ Broadcast Services broadcast, and you can find those online at my YouTube page, TJ Broadcast Services. The website, tjsportsonline.net, will provide you the link to that. And I want to make special mention, the broadcast from TJVS, the Stillwater Hill-Murray Pioneer boys hockey game is on YouTube. Again, the link at tjsportsonline.net. Check before I left for work here tonight, and we've had over 90 people that have clicked onto the website to watch that hockey game. It was a fun game, Bill.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it sure was. There's been building interest in the entire Stillwater hockey program, and building interest in the Valley Access TV broadcast of the game.
Yeah, this is our second year of doing hockey, and it's just continuing to build, and hopefully much more to come next year.
And that camera work is just superb.
Yeah, Robbie and Spencer and Brett, they do a great job. Patrick. And, of course, the magic fingers of Jordan Simpkins on the keyboard directing all of our efforts. Takes a lot of effort, Bill, for us to make us look and sound pretty good.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the Ponies characteristically end the game strong, and let's see if that happens again tonight.
It'll be Brady Peterson who has kept the Rangers in this hockey game here tonight. He'll be defending the goal to our left, and Josh Benson will be defending the goal to our right, looking for his 16th win of the year. And understand we may see, there he is. Jesse Bukestad will play the third period, and it all goes back to that game against Mounds View. And I don't know if it's a high school rule or just Coach Matt Doman decided to sit him. Things got a little out of hand against the Mustangs here the other night.
Well, he's going to be fresh.
Yeah, he will. And in fact, he'll take the first shift with Jack Mapstone. Noah Jackson and Gavin Holland out there. Third period underway. The Rangers with a puck into the Pony zone and back behind that. Bukestad is there, and he coughs out the puck, and the puck cleared the line, held in by Saraki, and a shot deflected way wide against the near side Borchik. The Ponies breakout pass and out to neutralize to an open wing. Saraki back into his own zone, paired with Cole Herbert. As here comes the co-captain of the Rangers. Cole will send it in to the Pony zone. Mapstone first man back, and Doherty on the forecheck up along the left wing for Noah Cates to Jackson Cates. Cates 3 out wide for the Ponies. Cates coming in at goal. Center pass.
Oh!
Yeah, just missing the stick of Gavin Holland. Gavin would have an easy tuck in on the weak side. Puck against the near side boards. Cleared the line and out to neutral ice. Bukestad has it taken away into the offensive zone. Coming down that wing. Doherty backhand shot. Oh, what a save by Benson. Josh Benson robbing Sean Doherty of a possible goal. And back the other way, 2-on-1. And here comes Jackson Cates back behind that. Bukestad trailing the play. Drop pass for Jesse out front, bouncing pass to Luke Manning. Does that beautiful 180. Centering pass, deflected right on goal. Peterson has to make the save. And the puck free and out to center ice. Bukestad back. Doherty on the forward check. Played out to neutral ice. And here come the Rangers. Siraki. That's Kevin Hildreth. And he sends it into the Pony zone. Simon Sagasur with the puck. He's got a goal. Simon ahead to center ice, and TJ will drive it in. And wide on the goal. Now TJ Sagasur, Simon Sagasur, and Jackson Cates had the goals for the Ponies. Coming back the other way, Sammy Wrestler into the zone. And he's taking the play by Andrew Hoy, and Hoy takes him hard into that back wall. They both get up. Good. That was a big collision there. Back behind Benson, Simon Sagasor spins away from the first forward checker, feeds the far wing. Blake line and out to center ice, not far enough for icing. Going back forward is Blake Gutterman. Ponies in a wholesale line change. Gutterman, long breakout pass and out to neutral ice. Off the stick of Wrestler, picked up by Stillwater. And hit there was Brody Swanson. Swanson double teamed right in front of the scorer's table. Wrestler over skates. The Ponies send it in to the Rangers zone. Hildreth out to neutral ice. There's Brody Swanson for the Ponies from the red line. They'll send it in to the offensive zone. Played 2.5 minutes of the third period. 3-1. Shots and goal. 26-12 right now for the Ponies. Rangers trying to clear the line. Nobilani will hold it in. Nobilani's pass broken up. He'll get it back and plays it down low. Brody Swanson against that back wall, taken hard into the wall by Gutterman. Now in the far corner, there's Stanton, puts it out front. Kaufman in the backhand to the forehand, saved by Peterson. He kneels on top of it to get a whistle. And a salvage to play. Michael Kaufman robbed right on the doorstep by the sophomore goaltender for Forest Lake.
The Forest Lake just playing tough, hard-nosed, workman-type hockey, making it very difficult for Stillwater to put together their usual fireworks.
John Liu, the head coach of the Rangers, I believe now in his third year. And Aaron Forsyth used to be the head coach of the Rangers, and he stepped down to take over activities director. And the face-off, as Peterson has to make another save, will be to the left of Brady. He was stopped 24-27 shots from the point. Stillwater, if I kept track, I won the face-offs won by Stillwater. It's got to be about a 3-1 margin. The puck against the far side boards in the Rangers zone. It comes to center, right in front of the Forest Lake bench. And kicked ahead, and there's Brusha to stand his man up. Into the zone. Cates, Noah, drop pass, shot, Bukestad, pad save by Peterson. Cates in the corner, behind the net for Jackson Cates, far corner. And his center pass broken up. Coming to center ice and big Derek Johnson. Johnson into the zone, down the left wing. And he is cartwheeled down by Bukestad. And in the corner, Jackson Cates, he has stood up on a check. Manages to get the pass off for Gavin Holland. He'll bank it off the wall and out to neutral ice. A.J. Stairback for Cole Herbert. Herbert's pass off the stick of Jordy. In on goal. Benson to make the save. Leaves it for Bukestad. Jesse puts down the brakes. And he fans out a breakout pass. Doherty with a pick. Doherty out front and off the stick of Spencer Marsh. As Bukestad a little rusty here in the first few minutes. And a couple of misplays on passes. Cleared off the boards and down ice. Ponies regroup. And out to neutral ice. There's Manning for Austin Murr. Murr coming with TJ. Murr drop pass. Manning fans on it. There's Simon shot. Rebound to score. Tucked in on that far side by the Ponies. And getting the goal was TJ Sagasor, his second goal of the game. The fourth of the game for your Ponies. It's 4-1. The time of this goal will be the 4:07 mark of the third period. And for TJ, goal number 18 on the season. Simon took the initial shot. Peterson made the save. But then it was TJ to tuck it in. So Simon will get one assist. There'll be a second assist too on this goal. 4-1 Ponies.
Number 19, Andrew Hoy, with the assist of 21, Simon Sagasor, and 13, Austin Murr. Time of the Pony goal.
Austin, they gave the goal to Andrew Hoy. That was TJ Sagasor that took that shot. There's Simon to score. As I look up after looking in disbelief at the scoring, Simon Sagasor gets his second of the game. And the time of this one will be the 14:33 mark. That took all of about 26 seconds. 4:33 the time of the goal. Simon Sagasor, goal number 6 and the season number 2 of the hockey game, as it is now 5-1 Ponies.
Talking about Bielenberg, so far they hadn't been right on a single goal, the officials.
For Stillwater, number 21, Simon Sagasor, with the assist of 25, Michael Kaufman. Time of that Pony goal, 4 minutes.
All right, it is Simon from Kaufman, 5-1 Ponies, and their 31st shot on goal of this hockey game. As again, they control the offensive zone momentarily. Easton Jacobson gets it out to center ice for Dylan Fink. He has stood up on a check, carried on by Drake Best into the zone, the Pony zone. He fires from a bad angle, and it's wide of the goal. And here come the Ponies on the breakout pass. They play it to an open wing, nobody home. Got into it first is Parker Detko in the near corner. He intended and Kaufman around though. Here's a pass up the slot and spun around, and losing it was Jackson Cates, and the puck all the way back down the ice. Bench would leave it there. Sorensen and Brushy are the defensemen. This shift for the Ponies. As the puck at the Pony blue line, walks up the glass and comes free to center ice off the stick of Herbert. And played by the Ponies into the offensive zone. And there's a center pass for Noah. He overskates it. But there's Jackson Cates with a shot that's wide of the goal. Gavin Holland overskates. Cleared out to neutralize. Sean Moore for the Rangers. On his backhand into the zone. Stops. Poke checked away. Nice job by Matting. Off the wall, but not out. It's sailed in by Bartholomew. Puts it out front. Broken up by Bukestad. As Jesse on the walk out of his own zone. Coming to center ice. Bukestad feeds the right wing into the offensive zone. And it's walked in by Jackson Cates. Poked free and out to neutral ice. Ponies regroup. Jackson Cates splits a double team and then has a poke checked away. Gets it back. Here's Noah Cates at center ice. Noah gets a pick into the zone. Drop pass for Jackson Cates. He never got there. Rangers on the intercept. Herbert sends it away and out to neutral ice for Zach Robbie. Robbie into the Pony zone. Floats it in on goal. Saved by Benson. No cover up. Hold on to get a whistle as we check the clock. 10:30 to go in this hockey game. It's 5-1 in favor of the Ponies.
The Cates seem to handle those pucks, and their opponents have no idea what's going on out there.
Face off to left to JB inside the Pony zone. Taking the draw as Derek Johnson mentioned, he's got the goal. As Andrew Hoy with the puck, and he'll float it down ice. Too far for everybody on goal, and Peterson has to make the save. And that's the 32nd shot on goal of this hockey game. I think we're going to get the correct scoring from
Tom Sagasor is correcting the scoring here. Bob Bielenberg said that they have not awarded goals correctly for the entire game down there, the officials. He said they have awarded goals to players that were played in the JV game.
Hoy, I don't even know if he was on the ice.
Oh, no.
The Ponies with the puck in the offensive zone. A shot hit Manning in the back, and the puck cleared all the way back down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against the Rangers.
Now playing goalie for State, number 1, Danny Fiedler.
And Danny Fiedler, the junior goaltender, now in goal for the Rangers. 4-4 his record so far this season. 3.82 goals against average, save percentage of 87.7. As the Ponies scoring a pair of goals 30 seconds apart to take a 4-goal lead in this one. As the face-off again, Ponies winning the draw in the offensive zone. Fencing match against the far side boards. It comes out front, bouncing puck, shot, goal right out front, and it is Mason Bartosh. Yes, number 37.
Oh yeah, is that
Mason,
his first?
Yeah, Mason Bartosh. That's his first goal of the year for Mason, and it is now 6-1. Bartosh with the goal. Now this one will be
let's see if they get this one right.
7:07 mark of the period. Mason Bartosh, number 1. As Coach D is going to have a chance to play some other players. Here's Cole Dutko, the older of the Dutko brothers. Mason Bartosh is out there. Jackson Cates is centering the line, and here comes Cole Dutko into the offensive zone.
Number 37, Mason Bartosh, with the assist to number 7, Cole Dutko, and number 10, Jackson Cates.
Jackson Cates, 1 assist,
7 minutes,
and
7 seconds.
Bartosh the goal, Dutko 1 assist, and Jackson Cates with an assist. Out front for Mason Bartosh, double team, and lost it cleared by the Rangers up along the far side boards for Jackson Willie. And the Rangers coming left, right. Willie to center. Goes rink wide. Right wing, Mogren. Spun around at the blue line. Back into his own zone is Austin Murray. He and Joey Sorensen out of the defensive pair. Pass for Cole. Tips it to the line. Coming off the bench to hold the line. Hold the center ice is Easton Jacobson. He drives it in. Benson clears to the far side boards. Cleared off the dasher boards and out to the line. Saraki walks it back in. Fires. Stick to side by Benson. Back behind the net. Sorensen goes reverse far side for Parker Dutko. Dutko plays it ahead for Kaufman. Kaufman coming with Swanson into the zone. Michael down the wing. Can't get a shot off as he had a man draped at him. That was Easton Jacobson. Puck in the corner for Brody Swanson for the Ponies. At the half wall. Drop pass intercepted by Jacobson. Sends to the line. Broken up by Swanson. Holds the zone. Swanson on his back end. On the stick of Dutko. Down low for Kaufman. Trying to get it back to Parker. And it's broken up. Kaufman back behind the net for Parker. Dutko comes out the far side door. From the point, there's a shot wide by Brushy. Behind the net. Ponies again. Two-man forward check. Brody Swanson takes care of his man. Puck taken away by Jackson Willie. Sends it out to neutral ice. As we're closing in on the 8-minute mark of this hockey game. 6-1 Ponies outshooting the Rangers 33-15. Doherty into the zone. On the stick. Backhand shot. Benson with a save on a shot by Derek Johnson. Doherty and Benson go on a 2-on-1. Josh Benson makes a nice save.
Boy, he sure needed to make that save. Little miscue clearing the puck out of the zone.
Ponies led 3-1 at the end of two periods. 3 goals in this period. TJ his 18th. Simon his 6th. And Mason Bartosh his 1st of the year. Face off inside the Pony zone.
The Ponies and most of the people in the arena looking for one more goal to bring this game to a more timely end.
A.J. Stair from the point with a shot wide. Picked up by Bukestad. He'll backhand it out to center ice. Knocked down by Stair. A.J. sends it back into the zone. Benson has to make the save. Delayed offside as Doherty was caught up in the Pony zone. Bukestad and Doherty were laying on the ice there. Here's Blake Gutterman back into his own zone. Chased by Gavin Holland. Puts the break shot back behind the net. Clears it off the glass and out to neutral ice. And there's Mapstone. Jack to send it into the offensive zone. The Ponies touch up. I've got Augie hockey tomorrow night. It is Augsburg and Hamlin, by the way. And the puck at the Ranger blue line. Free to the near side boards. Blake Gutterman for the Rangers. Plays it out to neutral ice. Mapstone over skates into the zone. Derek Johnson fires. And somehow the right pad stuck out by Benson to make the save. Gavin Holland taking into that side wall. Off the stick of Mapstone, Swanson. And on the near side board, they play into the line. Herbert with a shot blocked by the Ponies. Sent right back in by Herbert. And the Rangers have to touch up, get onside. Still wanted them with the puck up the left wing boards. As into the zone is Stanton. Stanton drop pass. Gavin Holland. Holland over skates, but there's Bukestad on his backhand. Take it away. Coming to center ice, the big John Doherty into the zone. And he spun around to the blue line. Carried on into the offensive zone by Drake Best. Matthew Stanton trying to restore order for the Ponies. On the slow breakout, drops it to the blue line, out to center for Dutko. Parker will send it into the offensive zone. 6-1 Ponies with 6:19 to go in this one. Here's Bartosh on an intercept. Drop pass for Cole Dutko in the corner. And Cole takes care of his man into the wall. Mason Bartosh, he gives away a lot of inches.
Yeah.
And he took the worst of that attempted check. From the point, Novelady with a blast, and that's deflected over the glass and not a play.
There was pretty solid contact with Bartosh. He just didn't have much effect.
No, Mason, just a little guy. In fact, Mason goes 5'6", 135 pounds, soaking wet.
And that's probably an exaggeration.
Face off inside the Rangers zone, won by the Ponies and Parker Dutko. There's Cole Dutko back behind the net. He's taken on the play. Cleared up along the boards by Hildreth. To the line, Andrew Hoy holds the offensive zone. And again, Hoy to hold it in. Andrew played a good, solid game tonight back at that blue line. Parker Dutko takes care of his man back behind that. Mason jumps in. And the puck is free and finally swept away by Bartholomew. And he clears the line, bouncing puck. And out to neutralize. Parker to backhand it in to the Rangers zone once again. Saraki touches the puck and away for the play. We have a whistle. And we've got a penalty handed out at the 12:32 mark. And it looks like it's going to be one of the Rangers. Bo Bartholomew.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Bartholomew will get called for a charging call. Face up back down inside the Ranger zone. Ponies have one power play goal, and that was their first goal of the hockey game at 13:09, their 17th power play goal this season. And Coach Dean will send out TJ, Stanton, Simon, Hoy, and Mapstone. The power play on it. Simon Segasor from his knees, out front shot, and it's off the side of the goal on a one-timer by Stanton. And it is Simon or TJ Segasor taken away. Mapstone to hold the zone. TJ at the half wall in his skates. Here is TJ walking out front into the high slot, and he tried to put it down low, cleared away by Derek Johnson out the center ice. Mapstone takes care of Doherty, and Doherty gives him a shove for the inconvenience of that check. Puck in the far corner, John Doherty, and he gives a hip check, and then he takes the puck and sends it down low. Matthew Stanton for the Ponies, and he'll walk it out of his own end. Stanton back to the blue line for Simon. Simon Sagasor around one, around two, into the zone, around three, fires, and
that almost went in.
That almost hit the pipe. And Brady Peterson may have gotten a glove on it. And Simon almost had another one. Stanton take it down on a trip and no call. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson out the center for Doherty. Get double team. Managers to send it into the Pony zone. Ponies have a 45-second power play. And 4 minutes and change remaining in this one. Brody Swanson into the offensive zone. Down the left wing. Fires wide of the goal. At the half wall far side is Kaufman. Kaufman for Stanton. Back to Michael. Poke checked away from him by Cole Herbert. Jumping into play as Parker Dutko to hold the offensive zone. 4-5-man type against the wall inside the Rangers zone. Pop free by Spencer Marsh to the line. Austin Murr to hold it in. And now sent all the way back down the ice. And that'll do it on the Pony power play as Tommy Rushy with a puck deep in his own zone. Rushy goes right wing far side. Into the zone is Brody Swanson with Parker. Parker off into that far corner. Dutko. And he gets double teamed by the Rangers. And then dropping a man. There is Brushy as both teams are at full strength. And I think Brushy's going to get an interference call. He laid out a check and the puck was 3 feet away. And a penalty against the Ponies. Oh, it's Brody Swanson, not Tommy Brushy. Apologies, Tommy. Face up back down in the Stillwater zone. Rangers with another power play opportunity. With 3:24 to go. This is, I think, their fourth power play opportunity of the night. And they're 0 for 3. Their one goal, second period, was an even strength goal, that by Derek Johnson. And the Ponies win yet another face-off and send it all the way back down the ice.
Oh.
As with the puck is Blake Gutterman into zone. As Cole Dutko is out there on the penalty kill, along with Mason Martosh. As the puck back down inside the Rangers zone, and we have a high sticking call to be handed out against Forrest Lake. Or was the puck batted down with a high stick?
Must have been batted down with a high stick.
Exactly 3 minutes to go in this one. The Ponies are about to win their 20th game of the year. And I have to go to the record books and find out when was the last time the Ponies have won 20 games during the regular season. How many wins did they have in their state tournament trip here a couple of years ago? Do you remember?
I looked at that the other night, and I don't recall. It certainly wasn't 20.
Puck to center ice. Hill Murray came in as that number one seed back at 0-14. Play inside the Pony zone. Rangers with a puck in the power play and through the skates of Drake Bast, and he has to go back and regroup along with Cole Herbert. Minute to go in the Ranger power play. Minute 2.
It may have been 18 or 19.
At center ice, there's John Doherty for the Rangers. Taken away by Stanton. Stanton and Kaufman are the penalty killers. Stanton takes a hit and delivers the hit himself. Matthew Stanton back behind that. Stanton in that far corner. Doherty tries to check him off the puck. There's Michael Kaufman, the other forward on the penalty kill. Has it taken away by Herbert. Ahead for John Doherty. 2-on-2 coming back. John into the offensive zone, tries to drag it through, and it's broken up. Benson makes the take a right turn, and they puck through the blue and out to neutral ice. Kaufman from neutral will send it into the offensive zone. Rangers time for one more rush with a one-man advantage. Gutterman again coming left to right. Met by Mason Bartosh at center. And the drop pass into the zone by A.J. Stair. It rings the boards. First man to the puck is Jackson Willie for the Rangers. Taken away by Mason, trying to clear the zone, and he does. And that'll do it on the Ranger power play. And again, the penalty killing unit for Stillwater. Perfect again here tonight. Has not given up a power play goal by the opponent all season long here in the Suburban East Conference. At the puck inside the Ranger zone, they hold the zone. There's Simon Sagasor. He does a 180 to get away from Willie. Up to the point for Sorensen. Joey with a shot wide and off that back wall. Picked up again by Willie. Sends it away to Doherty. Actually, that's 15 at 25. That's Dylan Fink. And into the offensive zone, Jackson Willie. Minute to go in this period. As a center pass and deflected off of the defenseman of the Ponies and on goal. And Benson was quick to make the save as a centering pass. And it went off the back of Brody Swanson and did a 90-degree turn, and Benson was quick to kneel on top of it and keep this a 6-1 hockey game.
He certainly was. That had an opportunity to...
Face off to the right of Benson, and the Rangers with the face-off right out front, and a shot. Benson to the same rebound, and JB is right there again.
That's exactly how they scored their first goal. Same play.
Dylan Fink making the first two shots. And Josh Benson slammed the door on him twice. 46 seconds to go. Ponies will go 21-1. And for the Rangers, their record will drop to 9-12-1 overall. Face off, Cole Dutko to clear to the line. Bouncing puck and out to center. Here comes Parker Dutko. One hands it into the offensive zone. Michael Kaufman is there for the Ponies. He can take it hard on the boards. And the puck is free. Dutko taken into play. Picked up by Dylan Fink. Fink out of his own end, being chased by Kaufman. Played out to neutralize, turned by Austin Murd. Moves to the Pony zone and cleared out to neutralize by Cole Dutko. Into the offensive zone, here's Easton Jacobson. Drop pass deflected out to neutralize. 10 seconds to go. Joey Novolani going to sit back behind the net and watch that clock run out. The Pony fans can count it down. It slipped out to neutralize, and horn sounds, and this one is in the book. Suburban East Conference boys hockey tonight. And Stillwater with, as we mentioned, a workmanlike 6-1 win over the Rangers. As they got goals from TJ Sagasor, Simon getting one, and then Jackson Cates. TJ getting a second of the game. Simon got his second of the game. And Mason Bartosh will finish out the scoring as well. They outshoot the Rangers by a margin of 35-20. 3 goals in that third period. And Jordan, are we going to go with all 3 goals? All right, first goal. At 4:07, it is TJ Sagasor getting a second of the game, his 18th of the year. This play right here.
Again, thank you for attending Suburban East action. Please drive safely on the way home and have a great evening.
And that goal gave the Ponies a 4-1 lead. 30 seconds later, Simon Sagasor gets his 6th of the year with assist from Michael Kaufman to give the Ponies a 5-1 lead. And Simon from Kaufman. And then the Ponies put the icing on the cake at 7:07, making it 6-1. Little Mason Bartosh gets his first goal of the year coming off the junior varsity with an assist from Cole Dutko and Jackson Cates. Here's the final goal of the hockey game. Mason Bartosh, he's going to enjoy that night. And it is 6-1, and that is your final. And the Ponies take 2 from Forest Lake. 4-1 in the first go-round, and they sweep the series with a 6-1 win here tonight. Bill?
Well, couple of important road games. Woodbury and, of course, White Bear Lake. Yep. Stillwater certainly has something to prove there.
Yep.
And humdinger for our home final game of the season.
Senior Day, when the Ponies will take out Holy Family on Saturday, February 13th, 7:30 start time. You mentioned Woodbury this Saturday at Bielenberg. Next Thursday night, the Ponies will be at the Madden Sports Center up in White Bear Lake taking on the Bears. As we mentioned, they went 0-0 overtime the first go around. With that, it's time to run the credits. First of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors to make it all possible. They include Acapulco Restaurante Mexicana, RBC Wealth Management here in Stillwater, Anita White, your realtor, your licensed realtor for Caldwell Banker Burnett here in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Our executive producer of Pony Hockey, Girls and Boys Hockey, is Greg Pekarski. Our director, Jordan Simpkins. On the cameras tonight, Brett Christensen and Robbie Enright. And for Bill Hamilton, I'm Tom Wishon. 6-1 your final. Good night, everybody. We'll talk again on the 13th.
Absolutely.
The Stillwater Ponies Boys Hockey is sponsored in part by Acapulco Restaurante Mexicano, RBC Wealth Management of Stillwater, and Anita White, a Caldwell Banker Burnett licensed realtor in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Valley Access Channels and the community thank you for your sponsorship.